Hey guys, it's Tango Oscar Mike, and it's been over a month since I've made a video. And part of the reason for that is you can still see on my nose here, I have a bit of a scab and a scar. I had some skin cancer removed. I went to the doctor. I was at my ear, nose, and throat doctor for something else, and I had noticed like a blackhead that looked like it was under skin. Actually, it looked like a pimple, like a white dot on my nose that had been there for a while but never came to the surface. So I asked my ear, nose, and throat specialist. He sent me to a dermatologist who took one look at it and took a biopsy. And then about a week later, he called me and said it was most likely basal cell carcinoma and that I had to have it removed. So I went in for surgery. It's been over 3 weeks now, and they just do a local on you. Wow, come outside and it gets windy. They do a local. They stick a needle in my nose and numbed it up, and then they did the surgery. They cut out the tissue. They had to cut out a little more than they thought, and then they cauterize everything while they're doing it. So you're awake. I didn't feel anything, but I could definitely taste, smell, and hear everything that was going on. The sizzling of skin when they were cauterizing it. Some blood ran down into my mouth at one point. I'm not squeamish, but it's kind of weird to watch somebody, because you could open your eyes and see somebody cutting on your nose. So keep your eyes closed. That's all I'll say. But anyhow, I'm doing good now. I'm almost healed. I'm going to have a scar for a while. They did the best they could do. The doctor told me he was going to give me the best scar he could, but there's only so much they can do, and this isn't fancy plastic surgery or anything. But I'm doing good now, and putting that behind me. I've been doing a lot of ham radio stuff, but more so of planning and stuff. I am the emergency coordinator for my county, and I was a member of the board. I was the Hamfest chairman. I did a lot of stuff for our club, and I'm still heavily involved, but I took a step back from that stuff to focus on what I think my passion is, and that was emergency communications, working with the county, ARES, working with the Red Cross, trying to get more people involved, coordinating events and getting more training. You saw that I got that Oxcom training, and right now I'm planning for the April 6th SET exercise. So that's what I'm doing now. And I've been working on a field guide, and I had this idea, and then I saw a video that KM4ACK put out of somebody selling a field guide. And I had already ordered the stuff to start doing it myself when this person, when he showed the field guide going off, and it's printed on Rite in the Rain paper. And if you've never dealt with Rite in the Rain paper, it works really good. You can write on it with a pen, a Rite in the Rain pen. It's a special ink. Regular ink will wipe off the paper, because a lot of that has water in it, and you can't print on it with an inkjet printer because ink is water-based. If you print on the paper, it comes out, you literally can just wipe it off with a Kleenex, or a piece of paper towel. So I've been using Rite in Rain notebooks for a long time. I have a 6-ring mini binder. I think it's 4 5/8 by 7 inch, and I love it. And in that binder, I've had handwritten notes for years, and I've changed them, I've updated them, net schedules, dipole calculations, just contacts, all the information that I wanted. But there was more that I wanted. I just didn't want to transcribe it all into that notebook. So I bought a laser printer and the right kind of paper so I can print. It's Rite in the Rain paper, but it's perforated on one sheet. So you basically get 4 pages front and back, or 2 pages front and back on this paper. It's perforated, and then you rip it out, but that's how it feeds into the printer properly for you to print. And I got that. That was on its way, and then Jason did his video, and I was like, oh man, somebody else already did it. But I would probably want to customize mine anyhow to the way I want it. So that's what I've been working on. And I know some other people in my club may want a copy of it, and some of the pages are for me, but some of the pages are just information for our club about Aries, club repeaters, all the repeaters in the area, frequencies for APRS, GMRS, FRS, CB, railroad frequencies, just anything that might be useful in a emergency. I do have a lot of stuff in digital copies, you know, on USB drives and stuff like that, but I like having the hard copy, and I worry that if you have it on a digital drive or something like that and something happens, you're not going to have it. So let me get some stuff, and I want to show you something that's pretty cool. It's very bright and the light's reflecting off the table, but hopefully you can see. Let me tip this down just a little bit. So this is the binder I'm using. This is made by Battleboard, and it's just a cover. You can stick a regular notebook in here, but you can also get a 6-ring binder adapter, and some of these pages are from Rite, like this Evaluate Casualty First Aid, this hard plastic sheet. I put it in there just to protect the page, and in the back I have a range card template. It's just hard plastic to keep the pages from rubbing up against stuff and taken care of. But in here I have my book that I printed, my guidebook, and I'll show you. So that's how thick it is. It's just that much. The rest of it's just blank paper that I can use other times. But yeah, there's lots of stuff in here. Some of the stuff is just graphics that I just printed off other sites that I use. So don't ask, I'm sorry, but don't ask me to print one and send it to you. Some of this material I don't own. It could be copyrighted. I'm just using it for my own personal use. Some of these charts, this one's for GMRS frequencies, the channels and everything else. Just stuff that I thought was good information to have. And like I said, there's a lot of personal stuff that I have printed in there too. So this is Rite paper. Like I said, it comes on a 8.5 by 11 sheet. They're like this, and it's attached through perforations. And then once you print, you flip it over, print on the back side, which I didn't for these pages. And then you tear it off and stick it in the binder, which works great. Again, laser printer. Because the pages are small, you do have to print small. You can get this paper in 8.5 by 11 too, but I didn't want a big binder. This is what I've been using to do my logs for POTA and stuff like that. So I wanted to stick with this. And so these are a couple of the pages. One has this this graphic QSL codes, common QSL codes, or Q codes, common Q codes that I put on there. And this is APRS frequencies, weather broadcast frequencies, and the 60-meter voice and digital channels. So this is just regular water, again, printed on with a laser printer. And I'll just do this one first. That's soaked. And I'll take my fingers and I'll rub the print a little bit. Take that out. Let's put this one in too. Now I have a notebook with regular paper in it. It's a giant notebook with regular paper in it that I use, and I took it to Winter Field Day, and the pages got soggy. I had it open for people to log in to sign in on a sign-in sheet, and it got soggy. The paper got soggy, and I had to let it dry out. I had to like flip through the pages and let it dry out. So I'm taking these out now, and I'm just taking a paper towel, drying the page off. Let's try this one off. And once you dry it off, none of the print has rubbed off. You can tell they're still a little damp, but let's see if I can write on one of them with my pen. Now this is, let me grab a pencil and my Rite and Rain pen here. So they were in the water. I dried them for a second. Yep, pencil works. Pen works. So that's why I like Rite in the Rain paper and everything so much, because it's just so convenient. I don't have to worry about this stuff getting destroyed. This paper still burns. It's still compostable. It's more durable than regular paper. You can still tear it, but it's more durable. So I really like this stuff. And now that I have a laser printer, and I just bought a cheap laser printer. It was like $100. I think it's a Brother laser printer. Got off of Amazon. If you want, I'll put a link down below to show you the link to the printer and the link to where you can get this paper. But and Rite in the Rain has templates on their website. You can download the templates so you can make sure it fits on the paper when you print them out. And it was actually pretty easy to figure it out once I got going. And I think my little field guide book that I have in here is a total of 50 pages, and that's front and back, counting front and backs. But yeah, it's really good. I really like it. And just a quick little demonstration, but it works fantastic, and I love this paper. I don't know if I showed you, but I did write test with the pencil and write with the pen. And even with that on there, if I put these back, put it back in the water, I'll let it sit in there for a few seconds. Let's take it out. Lay it flat. The pencil does smear a little bit. This isn't a Rite in the Rain pencil. This just is a regular pencil. Normally I use the pen. The pen is not smearing. It's still wet. Can I still write? And I can still write. So again, try it. Yeah, the pencil smeared a little bit. I don't know if the Rite in Rain pencils are different. You probably can't see it, but it smeared a little bit, but I wrote on the page again. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that. I think I've mentioned the Rite in Rain stuff before, and it is more expensive. For one of these sheets, that's about, like I said, it comes in an 8.5 by 11 sheet, perforated sheet like this. Each one of these pages, I think, is about 30 cents, I want to say. But it'll last forever, and I don't have to worry about taking it out into the field and it getting rained on or it getting wet. So sorry about that. I got a phone call, and it was the Toyota dealer wanting to buy my truck. They're still in high demand, especially the older Tacomas now, since they went to the 4-cylinder turbo, which personally I think that's a mistake. I know it's better. You might get better gas mileage and stuff like that out of it, but what I use my truck for and what I wanted it for, I think I'm gonna keep the 6-cylinder. I don't know if I've had 4-cylinder turbos before, and I know they're saying, oh, it's got more torque. I don't know. I love driving the 6-cylinder. Well, anyhow, off track. So I'm not selling my truck. Anyhow, that's all I got. Like I said, really like the Rite in the Rain, and I like the battle board. There's a little pocket up front where you can slip in a little field guide of the band plan. Yeah, there's a little pocket. There's pockets for pens. I've got some ink markers or grease pens in there too, so I can write on the front cover. In the back, I bought these little plastic envelope sleeves so I can slide extra stuff in here. We got a little ruler. There's a pocket in the back. You can put other stuff in there too, but that's it. Wanted to show you that real quick, tell you how I'm doing, and hopefully I will be out making videos outside soon. I've been doing some ham radio stuff. I did a ham radio ground wave contest recently with one of the local clubs. It's a 10-meter only contest. I did the CW contest a few weekends ago, and I did the 10-meter contest this past weekend. And I think this weekend is the digital mode for that contest. But I am working a 3 a.m. to 1 p.m. at a local event going on. It's a 100-mile race, and I'm working a 3 a.m. to 1 p.m. shift. I think it's a 9-hour shift. But I'll be volunteering for that, and also there's a Red Cross drill going on where they're asking us to check in. So after I'm done with that event, hopefully I'll be able to check in with the Red Cross. And yeah, it's going to be a busy weekend, and we'll see what happens. This is Tango Oscar Mike saying 73. Take care.